This is the warm-up for lesson 33, inverse functions. So let's put this equation in slope-intercept form and then graph the equation. So to put it in slope-intercept form means we want to solve it for y. So we want this eventually to say y equals, right? Y, or y is less than or equal to. So we need to subtract x from both sides. We get 4y is less than or equal to negative x plus 16. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. This is a negative 1x, so this makes negative 1/4 times x. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. Y-intercept is 4. Slope is negative 1/4. Down 1 over 4. Down 1 over 4. Up 1 and left 4. Up 1 and left 4. We have the equal symbol, so we're going to use a solid line, and we're not eating the y, so we're gonna shade on bottom because we're y is less than, so we're shading on bottom. So that's our graph. Homework questions we'll do in class. You should be writing this down, so hit pause, write this down. So you wrote this down, and we should have some information that we'll talk about. We read this as the F inverse. F inverse. So to the negative 1 power, it's the F inverse. That's what that means. So what do we do to find the inverse? We just switch x and y. So the inverse of 2, 3 is going to be 3, 2. The inverse of negative 5, 4 would be 4, negative 5. The inverse of 3, negative 7 is negative 7, 3. You guys pause this and try doing this. Negative 12, 0. 3, negative 4. And 11, 2. Pretty easy. So graphing it and then finding the inverse. If I wanted to graph this, we'd say, let's do this in a color. So we'd say our y-intercept is 9, and our slope is 3, so we're going to go up 3 and over 1. Well, I'm running out of room, so we'll go down 3 and left 1, down 3 and left 1. And we've got our line. So now to find the inverse, what did it say we did? We switch x and y, so I say x equals 3y plus 9, and now we solve this for y. So I'm going to subtract 9. X minus 9 equals 3y. We'll divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3, and we'll get y equals 1/3 x minus 3. I can rewrite that with y on the left. You don't have to, but you'll see it like this 99% of the time with y on the left. They mean the same thing. So what's my y-intercept is negative 3. What's my slope? Up 1, right 3. Up 1, right 3. Up 1, right 3. Down 1, left 3. Down 1, left 3. Down 1, left 3. Draw our line. Let's undo that. And so now I'm going to prove to you guys that these are inverses of each other. So let's take any point we want to on this blue line. Let's take this point here, which is negative 1. Negative 1, 6. And so what would its inverse be? Would be 6, negative 1. So we can see, hey, here's the point 6, negative 1 right here. So they're inverses of each other. We could take a point, any other point. Let's take this point here, which is negative 3, 0. Negative 3, 0, and so its inverse is going to be 0, negative 3. 0, negative 3. And that'll work like that for all of these points. What's our domain? Our domain is all real numbers. What's our range? All real numbers. You guys try this. So we'll say, now this is the same as y equals. So y equals 1/3 x plus 2. What's my y-intercept is 2. What's our slope? Up 1, right 3. Up 1, right 3. Up 1, right 3. Down 1, left 3. Down 1, left 3. Down 1, left 3. Draw our line. Make another point, or to find our graph, we're going to say x equals 1/3 times y plus 2. We'll subtract 2. We get x minus 2 equals 1/3 times y. So what undoes multiplying by 1/3? Dividing by 1/3 and dividing by 1/3 is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. The reciprocal of 1/3 is 3. So we're going to distribute a 3. And we'll get 3x minus 6 equals y. I can rewrite it with y on the left. Y equals 3x minus 6. Y-intercept is negative 6. Slope is 3, up 3 over 1. Down 3, left 1. And we can pick some more points. Let's say we picked this point right here. That's 6, 4. What would its inverse be? 4, 6. Right there. 3, 3, and 3, 3. And you can see every single point and its inverse. Domain, linear equations, domains can be all real numbers, range, all real numbers. Our homework is 33, and this is our schedule. If you want to do 34, it'll be extra credit. We'll review on Monday. Tuesday we're going to have a test, and all later missing work must be done by Tuesday.